In this video, we'll be looking at fronted adverbials. You've all looked at fronted adverbials in literacy in year 4 and now in year 5, so hopefully you'll remember a lot. So, before we start, what is an adverbial? Pause and take a moment to think. Okay, so an adverbial, it's a word, a phrase or a clause that is used like an adverb to modify a verb or a clause. And of course we know that a clause is a sentence which consists of a subject and a verb. Now fronted adverbial. A fronted adverbial is when an adverbial is used at the beginning of a sentence. They are often called fronted adverbials. Now they're useful in descriptive writing as they can be easily used to describe where, when and how an action occurred. So basically they describe the action, the verb that follows. So here I have a few sentences to look at. So these show us how fronted adverbials are used to describe. So they are used to describe time, frequency, place, manner and possibility. So they describe the time something happens. Before sunrise, Darius crept into the beast's cave. The frequency, how often something happens. Every so often, Darius could hear the beast's ferocious snore. The place something happens. At the back of the cave, the terrifying creature began to stir. The manner something happens. As quick as a flash, Darius bounded behind a nearby rock. And the possibility, how likely something will or has happened. Almost certainly the deadly beast would find Darius. So each of these fronted adverbials have added an element of description to the clauses. They've given a little bit more. They have described the action. Now I have here a sentence. The girl ate some cheese. Now you'll notice I've got a full stop, but I haven't got a capital letter. Now this is because I'm intending on using a fronted adverbial to add extra information. Okay. So I'm going to add a fronted adverbial of time. As soon as she could, the girl ate some cheese. Now every fronted adverbial needs to be followed by a comma. Now this comma separates the fronted adverbial from the main clause of the sentence. As soon as she could, the girl ate some cheese. The frequency, rather. Daily, the girl ate some cheese. Now again, I've got my comma. Now this fronted adverbial of frequency, it's describing the action. Daily, the girl ate some cheese. Now the place, where did she eat the cheese? Back at the house, the girl ate some cheese. The manner. As quick as a flash, the girl ate some cheese. So often we can use the same main clause, but just change the fronted adverbial. As quick as a flash, the girl ate some cheese. And then finally, the possibility. Positively trembling with excitement, the girl ate some cheese. And again, you'll notice I have a comma to separate the two. Okay, now I'm going to show you some sentences. I have 5 sentences. Now I'm going to give you a little bit of time, so pause the video and you've got to decide where the comma in these sentences should be. So separate the fronted adverbial from the main clause. So pause the video now, decide where the commas should go, unpause him, and then we'll go through the answers. Okay, so number 1. Clumsily, the waitress dropped all of the plates on the restaurant floor. How did she drop the plates on the floor? She did it clumsily. So our comma should go here. Here is our fronted adverbial. Here is our clause. Like an erupting volcano, Mum suddenly lost her temper. How did Mum lose her temper? Like an erupting volcano. That is our fronted adverbial. It provides more information about the verb. Although it was raining, the children still went on their school trip. Although it was raining is our fronted adverbial. On Tuesday, Class 12 are visiting the Imperial War Museum. On which day will Class 12 be visiting? On Tuesday. Okay, our time, it tells us the time it's happening. Without a doubt, Billy was going to finish the race in first place. Without a doubt is our fronted adverbial. Okay, now I have here a passage. Now, it's a fronted adverbial hunt. So you've got to spot the fronted adverbials in this piece of text. Not only have you got to spot the fronted adverbials, you have got to decide whether they describe the time, the frequency, the manner, the place, or the possibility. So have a read of this passage and then see if you can spot the fronted adverbials. So pause the video now. When you've finished, maybe making a list of them, unpause and we'll see if you've found them all. Okay, so here are the answers. Now again, you can pause the video and just see if you have spotted all of the fronted adverbials. Now remember, a clue is that they come at the beginning of the sentence and they are followed by a comma. Now not every sentence starter will be a fronted adverbial, so you must look out for that. Now before you go, I have 3 more sentences. Now you have a job to do, and that is to invent a fronted adverbial to describe the time, frequency, manner, place or possibility of the action in these main clauses. Now I'll pop up a list of fronted adverbials for you to perhaps fill in the 3 with and then think of some more. Inventing more sentences that have appropriate fronted adverbials at the beginning.